It's like I don't care about nothing, man. Yeah. Oh,
Oh, hey! What's up, home skillets? I didn't see you there. Something tells me, being the scholar that you are, you're here for page 2 of the notes. Well, you're in luck. Now, page 2 is continuing with our theme of doing a lot of vocab, because geometry is actually a lot of vocab. If you know what the words means, you know how to set up things later on. So this first unit is very vocab heavy. So you're going to want to make sure that you're studying these words very hard, because really, I don't want no scrubs.
Was that accidental, or were you trying to quote TLC on purpose?
I don't want to take up any more of your time, so let's go right into the notes. So like I said, we are on page 2. Now I'm going to try to make it so we're not using up as much time, so I'll do a little bit of movie magic. Ta-da! Oh wow, it magically appeared again.
Hey! Wow!
Well, the first one says, parallel lines are two lines on the same plane that do not intersect. So if they don't intersect, that means they're never going to touch. So the notation that we use is either two slanted lines that are going kind of sideways, or just straight up and down lines. So the example I said is G is parallel to M. So this line G is parallel to M. So that's the way I drew this. The next one is perpendicular lines. They are two intersecting lines that form a 90-degree angle. Another thing that we can call a 90-degree angle is a right angle. So the symbol for it is this right here. It kind of just looks like an upside down T. So I'm saying that when I draw it over here, that S is going to be parallel to the line, I forgot to put it over it, FS. So when they meet, they form a right angle. So a 90-degree angle. Whenever you have a right angle, we draw this box. That's why there's a box there. So anytime you see a box, that means 90. The next one is parallel planes. Parallel planes are two planes that do not intersect. So there's two ways that you can write a plane, either with a capitalized letter or with 3 points that are not in one straight line. So you notice this one isn't all in straight lines. So I am saying that plane S is parallel to plane ADT. Now we have this one. It says 3 or more points on the same line are collinear. When they are collinear, that means they're just in a straight line with 3 or more points. So the way we write it is with 3 capital letters with commas in between. So the letters I chose, since I am an alumni there, I went with the best football team in the nation, FSU. Next one is skew lines. Skew lines are lines that are not coplanar and do not intersect. So they're not in the same plane and they're not going to touch. So in the drawing here, I had this line S and this line that I put here X, Y. So these, you have to think of it in a 3D. So if I kept going, they would still never touch. And the way we write it is 2 lines. So you can do it with a script lowercase letter like this S, or 2 capital letters with the arrow pointing both ways over it, like our line here XY. The next one is a circle. A circle is a set of all points in a plane that are equidistant from a specific point. So if I drew a perfect circle, this point in the middle, it would be the same distance anywhere in this circle. And the way you do the notation for it, it's named by the center point as a capital letter. So there's two ways I can write it. Circle P, or you draw this symbol where it's just a circle with a point in the middle and then the P. So it almost looks like I'm saying it's OP, overpowered, like FSU. Next one that we have here, it's not really a specific vocab word, but it's just something that you need to know. It's saying if two lines intersect, they intersect in exactly 1 point. So when two lines are made, they'll only meet in one spot, 1 point. And in this case, what I drew is that S intersects with G at point F. So these two lines, S and G, intersect here at point F. The next one says, if two planes intersect, they intersect in exactly one line. So if I have, in here I said plane S and E intersect at the line XY. So in this one we have two planes, and when they connect, they basically just make a straight line. And be thankful that we put the picture in here for you, because I used to have draw this in years past and it never looked pretty. So you got to know your limits, so we put it in there. Don't go chasing waterfalls, you know what I'm saying?
Really?
No.
You're not aware that's a TLC song?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's
You
the
said
second
chasing
time.
waterfalls, now you're saying you don't want no scrubs.
I don't even understand the reference.
Next one here is, it says, this statement says, given a point on a plane, there is one and only one line perpendicular to the plane through that point. So in the picture, we have two lines going through, but only one of the lines can be perpendicular. So I am saying that the line DC is going to be perpendicular with the plane P. So this whole plane, this is the only line that's going to be perpendicular because it's going through it, and I added this box here, and like I said earlier, the box means that it equals 90 degrees. The last one on this page is vertical angles. Vertical angles are two pairs of opposite angles made by two lines / segments intersecting. Vertical angles are congruent. So I drew these two lines that cross each other. I'm saying that angle ABC, this one here, is congruent. This is the symbol for congruent to DBE. So when the ones across from each other are equal to each other. So, and you don't have to write this down here, but I suggest it, where this symbol means congruent, which is just a fancy word for being equal to each other. That's the end of the video. I hope you found it informative. We have now finished page 2. So since we finished that, I might as well check it off my to-do list. We're done with that. I do really implore you to really study this vocab. I'll tell you, I ain't too proud to beg.
Come on.
What?
It's not funny anymore.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not trying to be
TLC
funny.
references.
Still, nothing. I swear to you.
But make sure you also like, subscribe, do all that other jazz. Have a good rest of the day.